Hello there everyone, I hope you're all doing well. Today I thought I'd share with you some of the lesser noted benefits of practicing witchcraft. Some of these are fairly straightforward and they're all things that I've come to realize over this decade of practice. I don't really have a particular order of how I'm going to share these with you, but I figured it would be a fun, chatty video. So without further ado, let's get into it, shall we? Practicing grants peace and mindfulness. One of the biggest aspects of the craft is obviously spellcraft. And in order to practice magic and craft spells, you have to really build this awareness and ability to ground yourself and bring yourself to this center, peaceful, mindful place. This is a skill that can take a while to develop as a beginner. Hi, you! Have you worked on mindfulness recently? But once you have that base, it can go to influence the rest of your life in so many positive, wonderful ways. Personally, I found that it has really helped me to make clear-headed decisions in life, and I'm able to just evaluate situations with a far better view of the situation. I am less clouded with worry or external thoughts that don't really matter. And because it's a skill so central to practicing the craft, it becomes a very easily accessible piece of yourself in mundane life rather quickly. Next, practicing the craft really builds a great deal of connection to nature and culture if you want it to. A lot of us practice in ways that tie to our ancestors, and I know for me that's been a big part of my craft. Not necessarily what I share here, but all of the stuff that is mine comes a lot from my heritage. And it's created a very important and impactful, meaningful craft that has brought a lot of beautiful traditions into my life. And with nature, I think a lot of times nowadays it's really easy to not go outside and not spend time connecting with the earth, but it is such a beautiful, rejuvenating thing. And as nature is often very central to practice, it gives so many opportunities to build that relationship and deepen that knowledge and understanding and connection. Personally, I have found this to bring a lot of joy to my life and even more peace. It also keeps me really inspired and energized. There is just something really special about this earth, and having this craft, this purpose in life to continue forth with building that connection really kind of helps me to push through even on days that I may not be feeling it, and I never regret it. Practicing also offers opportunities for continued learning. I have seen a lot of times when people get out of school, college, high school, wherever you end off, it can kind of stop for some people. But when practicing the craft, you have to continue learning. It is a lifelong journey of understanding and continuing to grow and build your knowledge. And personally, I think that is a beautiful and wildly important thing. There is nothing more valuable than knowledge, in my opinion, and practicing something that really pushes you to seek out and continue to build understandings not only helps you to grow as a person and have this more well-rounded understanding of the world and other people, but it also really keeps your mind working and going, and it's really important. And I think a lot of times in adult life that can be forgotten, but with this, it's pushed forward and continued, and I think it is such a beautiful thing. And in addition to this, along with the first benefit mentioned, practice truly offers a different way of looking at the world and then engaging with it. It opens the door to all of these new perspectives and ways of thinking and observing. Personally, I think this really gifts a better ability at problem solving, interacting with people and animals and the earth. It gives me a new appreciation for life and a deeper awareness and consideration of things that I wouldn't have had otherwise. Because so much of the practice is rooted in learning and understanding, you are exposed to so many different ideas, and it just broadens your horizons so much. And I think there's something really powerful about that and beneficial in interacting, especially now that we exist in such a globally connected world. Having broader awareness outside of yourself is really useful, and this is an avenue from which to access it to some degree. And finally, practicing gives a sense of purpose and direction. This is sort of a culmination of all of the benefits, in my opinion. Personally, I found that I am far happier when I have a purpose in life, when there is something that I'm working towards, a reason that I'm doing it, or something that is motivating me. Having that sense of purpose for my days really helps me to get through them and excited about going into them and delving into all of these new things to learn and try out. And I think that that's similar for a lot of people. Having purpose gives you more joy and fulfillment in life. And the beauty of the craft is that you can give yourself purpose in such small terms and such big terms. Plenty of people build holidays and traditions for themselves that exist within the seasons or the phases of the moon. But you can also have simple daily practices that really just get you going. And it's a good way to engage with the day in a way that is inspiring and healthy and beneficial for you. And again, with having continued learning, you will always have something to do, a reason to keep pushing and expanding knowledge and continuing to grow as a person, which I personally think is one of the most valuable things. So, all in all, those are some of my favorite kind of lesser noted benefits of practicing witchcraft. Obviously, there are many more very obvious ones, but these are ones that tie really readily into mundane life, and I think it's important to tie the craft to mundane life often when we can. And so I want to work on doing that a little bit more here. If you all have any benefits that you can think of or have seen in your lives, I'd love to hear from you in the comments. And I hope you enjoyed. If you can and would like to, I'd really appreciate it if you checked out my Patreon. There I share art, herbal profiles, book recommendations, and workshops. This month I am sharing one on the Book of Shadows. It will be coming out probably tomorrow after this video goes up. It will be up at 10 a.m. Pacific time, but you will still be able to access it for 2 weeks after if you can't make the live stream. Also, if you haven't checked out my other channel yet, there I share vlogs of my day-to-day life, more of the magic, herbalism, that kind of thing. I just did an apartment tour over there, and yeah, it's where I get to be a little more creative and it's a ton of fun. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you're having a lovely day, and I will see you again soon.